Hey everyone, Casey here from Clientric. Are you switching CRMs? You want to make sure that your transition is successful? Well, here are 3 main tips to make sure that it is a successful transition. Our first tip in this process is to create a timeline. And this kind of leads into our second step, so we're going to talk about them in tandem. But the second step is then to reverse engineer all the steps you need to take. So between these 2 pieces, you can actually create a full timeline and have a really good picture of what needs to happen and when it needs to happen by. So for example, you may be looking to switch from one CRM to another CRM. You want to know when you want to cancel that other CRM so you're not paying for 2 CRMs. Maybe you want to double up and have two CRMs working for a certain period of time. There's so many different things you can do here. It's best to understand what your requirements are and make sure you lay that out on a timeline and then reverse engineer all the other things you need to do. So once you know what your timeline is, what your deadline is, you can actually work backwards. You can understand when you need to migrate your data over. That's a big piece of this too. So once you migrate your data over, what needs to happen before that? What workflows need to be put in place? What fields need to be created within your CRM? And then you keep going backwards. You keep stepping backwards and making sure that you have reverse engineered that entire process and you have it on a timeline scale so you know what needs to happen when it needs to happen. For the final tip, we want to make sure you know to clean up your data, please. There are so many businesses out there that just transition all this data back over to their new CRM, and it is ugly. It is disgusting. We've worked with clients that it's taken us hours and hours and hours to go through, to munge through the data, and it is so cumbersome and it is so time consuming. It is not worth it. So make sure that you set up your data properly in the new system. It's not worth it to just upload everything after the fact. You want to clean up your data before you put it in your system. Now that's a mistake we see over and over again. People just say, oh, we'll clean up in our new system. That never happens. When do you have time to do something like this? No one does. So don't do it. So we want to make sure that you clean up your data beforehand. That's going to save you a ton of time. And you can do it when you export the data into a CSV file. It's usually a lot easier that way. But you want to make sure which data you want to keep and which data you want to get rid of. So you want to make sure that you follow these 3 key steps in order to make sure that you do have a successful implementation and transition to your new CRM. So as always, comment below any questions you may have. We're more than happy to respond. And please subscribe. We love it when we have people join our channel, and we look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye for now.